What's up, everybody? It's the Masked Millionaire Mentor here again with you. And still no subscribers, but I do have one comment. I like that. And what my guy was saying on my comment, right? He was saying that basically what I was talking about, being a millionaire and how it's not difficult to do, is by having multiple streams of income. And I thought about that for a second. I do have multiple streams of income, but it's bigger than that. It's bigger than just having multiple streams of income, because you can be a millionaire with one stream of income. But I think the stats are that most people that are millionaires have multiple streams of income, right? And one thing that went into that for me was not relying on one particular stream. So like, we're all frequency junkies or emotional junkies, which disturb our frequency. Like, we legit don't really have to do anything to become a millionaire, multi-millionaire. But our frequency or our mind tells us different. And it's not our fault. It's really like what we've been born into. Like, our parents taught us this bullshit. You know, they made us emotional junkies when we were born. They give you something, take it away. And just thinking that they're playing around with you, entertaining you or whatever. Say like that when they put the bottle to your mouth and take it away and you're trying to get the bottle, they woohoo, woohoo. Even fucking peekaboo is a emotional game. It takes you high, brings you back low. Takes you high, brings you back low. So you started getting all those dopamine hits early on when you were born, basically. Not even, few days old. You're getting all these dopamine hits. Spikes, go back down low. You become a junkie. And we mirror everything in life around those hits. Say, for example, when I was in my early 20s, not even 20 yet, I was probably 19, I started trading the stock market. Got my first like real job out of high school, and I saved up about $5,000. I put it into stock market and started trading with TD Ameritrade back then, right? And I started just making money off the bat. $1,000 this day, couple thousand the next day, and my emotions were just super high. I think I got up to like 30,000 within a few weeks. Then boom, just the other side of the coin started happening. Started losing 1,000 one day, 5,000 the next day, 10,000 the day after that. And it just was like this emotional roller coaster, because you saw all the possibilities that were available, but I didn't have a solid strategy or what I needed to do. And I was just up and down. I even quit my job back then thinking I was going to be a full-time trader. Then I eventually had to go back to work, started working. Then I started my own business. I started a nightclub, right? But this time with the nightclub, I was like, you know what? I'm not going to quit my job. I'm going to continue my job. I had a pretty sweet little job. I was a manager of a factory with a whole bunch of women working for me. And it was smooth. It was a super easy job for me. Just had to basically tell them what to do. And ran the nightclub at the same time. Money started flowing in. The extra money that I was making, I funneled that into the market. And mornings, I wake up that I'm not exhausted from being up all night, clubbing, doing my nightclub thing. I started making some money again with the stock market. And I noticed how easy it was, because I had multiple streams of income. Some days I trade, some days I didn't. If I saw, I came up with a strategy, and if I saw that things fit my strategy, I trade. If I didn't, no big deal. I go to work. Then I get off work, go to the nightclub. So I had all these streams coming through. Then I started getting into real estate, start flipping some houses. I forget about the nightclub some nights. My partner, he be there. He bringing me, a bag of money. Hey, we made this much this weekend. I know you were busy doing whatever. Then I might wake up off of a swing trade. See, I done made $5,000 in the stock market. Then I get my paycheck from my job. All these different things. Then I have a buyer for my house. So, I learned that early, that in order to keep those dopamine hits from coming in, to keep yourself sober, you need multiple streams of income. It was another thing, like even with dating. I would have one girlfriend, and I'm on top of the world. She's treating me well. We're having fun together. Then boom, she takes it away. And I'm on this emotional roller coaster again. So I started being either in a space of, I don't want a girlfriend at all. Like, I don't want to deal with girls. Or I'm in this relationship where that's all over the place. And then I found this medium, right? Well, I just started dating 2 or 3 women at a time, sometimes 4. And I saw how it became so much easier. All those dopamine hits stop happening. Because, hey, if this girl is not interested to go out or have fun, whatever, I call up that other girl. Even if that one is not interested, I call up another one. You got 3 or 4 different girls you call up. One of them's going to be interested to do something. And I go out with her. And then I go, this girl, Melanie Ann Layer, shout out to Melanie. I think she's at like 100 mil in the last 5 years. She calls it carousel dating. And my lady likes that term. But it's really having a stable. She says it in a way that's more socially acceptable, but it's like having your own harem, And once you develop this multiple streams of income, multiple dating strategy in it, even, it gets extremely easy to have a consistent long-term commitment relationship, because you don't care anymore. Say, for example, I'm at like 1.1 million, give or take. Sometimes it'll creep up to 1.2, but I'll just say a easy 1.1 million net worth right now. And I have the thought sometime of putting everything in on say like the Qs and do a day trade where, like, I usually play with like $10,000 and I'll make 10% easy in one day. And the thought comes across as like, damn, if I put $1 million in there, which on margin would be $2 million, I can make 10% of that in a day. That'd be 200,000. But the dopamine junkie, or the dopamine frequency, whatever, is just waiting for that foolishness to happen. The day I drop $2 million, it'll be that day that the market goes upside down and I'm down 50% in 10 minutes. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't take much on 0-day options for a position to move 50%. You can move 50% in 10 minutes easily. And that's for the positive or the negative. But if I put everything in on one direction, it matters. Like I just lost like 180, about $180, $170 with the Qs day trading a day. But it didn't matter. I ain't even thought about it. It's not a big deal. But if I were to lose 180,000, that would hurt. So I keep myself in a position where things don't matter. I'm in a. I'll talk to you about the relationship component next video. I don't want this video to go too long, so I'll upload that in just a minute here.